Oh, good afternoon, everybody. It is Melissa Johnson speaking. I'm the Principal Psychologist and the Director at Thriving Mind Psychology Clinic, located here on the beautiful Sunshine Coast. And as you can see, I'm coming to you live today from another beautiful day here on the Sunshine Coast. I'm actually down at Alexandra Heads, for those of you that know the area, because I'm about to head off to my exercise class. But before I do, I'm just going to show you, I'm not sure if you can see it. There's a stunning moon happening in the background there, so hopefully we might see it as the vlog goes on. Hi Kim, thanks for joining. So today, welcome to vlog number 5 of 90, by the way. And today the title of this vlog is, okay, so I know exercise is good for me, but how do I actually get started? And a few of you might remember a vlog I did about 2 weeks ago now from the same place. And I was talking about whether or not this exercise stuff is really that good for us. So if you're interested, please do go back and watch that. I'll post the link for that in the comment section below. But it's obviously not essential for you to have watched that to continue watching today. So you will note in the title, I have not put the word motivation. I have not said, how do I get motivated? And the reason for this is motivation is really not that great. It's really not that reliable. So if you wait, so let's say your goal is to start some exercise. If you wait for that motivation, that energy, that drive, that desire to start exercising, then it's never going to happen, okay? Often motivation and energy is one of the last things we get back, or that happens once we've already started exercising. So sitting around and waiting for that motivation and that drive to occur before you start exercising is really not the best way to go about it. It just doesn't help. So the other thing about motivation is it can be a little bit fickle. So sometimes, and I know I'm guilty of this, you might feel motivated, especially the night before. You might have great ideas and you might say, right, tomorrow, yep, definitely I'm going to get up, I'm going to go for that walk. And you might even have all your stuff ready to go. Then what happens the next morning, you wake up and the motivation's gone. So what I'm saying is we can't wait for the motivation, we can't wait for that energy, we can't wait for that desire. You just have to get started. It's just about going through the motions and taking action. So I know I've previously spoken about taking action before. It's about taking action despite the fact that our mind's going to tell us lots of unhelpful things and come up with lots of unhelpful excuses as to why we shouldn't or can't or don't want to. So here are some tips in terms of taking action to get started. So my tip number 1 is accountability. So if you're wanting to start, let's say, whatever it is, going for a walk or going to the gym or whatever it is, being accountable is a great way to get started and to stay on track. And by that I mean either telling people, so telling friends and family that that's what you're going to do, or even better, getting them involved. So asking them whether they want to meet you for that walk. That is a fantastic way to get started and to stay on track, because if we know that someone is sitting there waiting for us, then we're far more likely to follow through and take action and go to that walk. So my second tip is be prepared. If you want to go for that run, go for that walk, go to the gym, make sure you have everything you need. Do you have your shoes? Do you know where they are? Do you have the right exercise equipment? Do you have a gym card? Things like that. Just be prepared, get that stuff ready to go, so when it's time to actually take action, there's less excuses as to why you shouldn't do it or can't do it. My third tip is to keep it fun. So there is no point in setting a goal or saying you want to go and train for a half marathon if actually that's not what you want to do. Just because someone else wants to do that, it doesn't mean you need to do that. It needs to be something that either you enjoy now or you think you will enjoy later. So there's so much variety, there's so many different options. It could be running, it could be walking, but it could be yoga, it could be the gym. It might even be dancing class, it could be aqua aerobics, it can be anything. There's absolutely no limit what you can do. It's just about finding and thinking about what it is you are going to enjoy Maybe not the first few times, but down the track once you get started. My last tip is around scheduling. So have a look at your week, either have a look at your diary or just have a think about it, and have a think about a time when you can actually fit it in. So if you're like me, if it's not in my diary, it doesn't get done. So I need to have a look at my week, and I need to have a look at what times I have available, and I need to write it in as if it's an appointment. So if you've already got it scheduled, you've made time for it, you've made space for it, again, you're far more likely to follow through with that. So they are my 4 tips to getting started. So be accountable. So get your friends and family involved. Be prepared. Make it fun and enjoyable, or make it a goal that you actually want to do. And 4, schedule it in. Don't forget though that these are just tips on getting started. You might have covered all those bases, and it doesn't necessarily mean that you're actually going to get up and do it the next morning. The only thing that works is to get up and do it the next morning. You've got to take action. You've got to go through the motions despite what your mind might be telling you. So if you remember, I've previously spoken about how our mind can be quite unhelpful and tell us some really unhelpful things. It will make plenty of excuses as to why you can't, shouldn't, or mustn't. Your job is to, again, acknowledge that that's what your mind's telling you. Thank it very much for those unhelpful thoughts. Make space for it and take action anyway. The hardest part is getting started. The more you do it, the easier it becomes. The more you get the energy, the more you get the motivation, the more you get the enjoyment. It's just getting up over that speed bump and just getting started. Okay, so that is it for today. So I hope you have enjoyed my information about motivation and also how to get started on this exercise journey. If you've liked it, please do like or love it so I know that you have enjoyed it. And of course, if you know someone who might benefit, please feel free to share it. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you again tomorrow for day 6 of my 90-day vlog challenge. And don't forget, there's never been a better day than today to take the steps to have your thriving mind and your thriving life. Bye for now.